All right, use this quote to get you together. If you're not who you want to be, you're somebody else. Man. All right, so I got to tell you story time. So I just got this puppy and been learning how to train it to sort of stop urinating in my house and all that kind of stuff, which is a hassle. Long story short, part training is about, you being stiff with the dog to get them to remember what's going on, or you being really gentle or giving them treats, basically training the body to respond to certain behaviors from you. Long story short, I went to the dog today after I had to get on him for running out the house or whatever. And when I went to feed him and rub on him, he actually kind of like shied back, which in this case was more so basically he didn't know how I was going to respond to him. And that's not who I am, where anybody should be offended. So the spirit of the dogs, without all the fluff that we see in humans from the way we talk and the way the world thinks and all that kind of stuff, he doesn't have all that. So animals can give you a clear distinction of the spiritual communication based on your vibration, based on your intention. They can read and sniff you basically your character. So having said that, he was showing me like that ain't me. I don't ever want to be that in life. And it made me realize, and for most of us men specifically in relationships uh or whatever, this is really perfect for us, or even developing our business. And I'll get you to get that too, where if you're not who you want to be, basically you're somebody else. And so if you don't have the desire to be the best man that you could be, holding the best character, or if you don't have a desire to create something or build something, um, or if you do have a desire but you're not there, you're not actively working on it, then you're somebody else. And that somebody else is inevitable, because if you're not who you want to be, you have to be somebody else. And so sometimes we got to do a self audit of how we're responding in situations, or how we're even responding in our own ability to create the things we want. Is it to the point that if we're not becoming who we want to be, then simultaneously we are being somebody else? That means our behavior, our responses, our instincts, our habits. This is a program that we're somebody else. And this is where living becomes out of you just being okay with being transparently you, or you okay with actually trying to become or those that you admire. These are the things that we esteem ourselves to be in a higher light. So if you don't see yourself in that higher light of husbandry or business or whatever, then you are basically operating as somebody else. And so it's a personal audit for us to go back and use the principles that we're discovering even here on these channels, of character traits that will cause a certain return that we need, that will cause us to stop procrastinating, that'll cause us to execute love, that'll cause us to be in a position that we're committed to something and disciplined to something. All these positive characteristics, um, we have to find these things that are in our way. And so for me, if you're not who you want to be, you somebody else. And so every time it's not somebody outside of you, you know that you're not where you want to be. So we have to really dedicate ourselves to become. So I thought that it helped you in your response to people. It definitely helped me. Shout out to my dog Biggie. That's literally his name. Biggie Paws. It's my sister said. Biggie Paws. All right, hope that helped.